Welcome, Kate. We are talking today about your upcoming trip. And before we get into the details of that, I wanted to let everybody know who's watching that we will not be responding to comments in real time. And that if you want the same worksheet that we are using to go through it, it is linked in the comments below. So feel free to snag a copy for yourself. But having said that, Kate, you're going to Disney World soon.
We are. We are going June 6th to the 11th. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
And is this your first trip or not your first trip?
it is not our first trip, but the last time we went was about 2 years ago.
But the DAS system was available then, and it isn't now?
That is true. So last when we went spring break with actually my brother's family. So it was a little bit of a different trip. They had 2 kids under 3.
Oh, wow.
So it was a little bit different, and we used DAS, we used Rider Switch, we had all sorts of kind of moving parts with that trip, and so my son qualified then, and he does not qualify this time. They offered us like the if we need to leave line, we can return, but there seems to be very limited details, and since I will probably get into this, it is only my son and I going, so I'm the only adult, so it's not like I can. There's no one to return to.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Yeah. You're
you
just
know how much that will be
Mm.
something that we do. So
So would it be fair to say your main concern is the wait in line?
yes,
Waits in line. Okay.
that is a big concern. And when we used DAS 2 years ago, we also bought, was it Genie Plus then? I think it was Genie Plus then. We also did Genie Plus. So we did a little bit of everything the last time. So my son he is how should I say, sensory seeking. So he wants to climb things, touch things, bounce back and forth off of things. So it's a little bit kind of continued corrections. I know long line makes for not a good experience for him or us.
Yeah. Yeah. And in your message that you submitted before, I think you said that he's 11.
Yes.
So it's not like he's a toddler that you can physically
No.
corral if you need to.
No, he's not. But he is. He knows he does it. So like sometimes, but I think it just can get frustrating. I mean, with any kid, right? When you have to provide corrections, even if it's positive, like it gets exhausting for him, us after a while, and just makes it feel like. So I think our idea, and I've talked to him about it, and he knows that we won't have DAS this time. Is if lines are just too long, I think we have been enough that he doesn't. I don't think he's got a few things he really, really wants to do, but I think that we can also cut out and not do some things, and also buy whatever we can do to skip a line. It is just 2 of us, so we'll be a little bit more nimble, I think, than the last time we were there when we were managing a stroller and
the toddlers and everything.
Yeah. So
Okay. All right. So what we know so far is you and your son, June 6th through the 11th. And where are you staying?
We are staying at Pop Century.
Okay.
So
have you stayed there before?
We have stayed there before. I think we've stayed a couple different places. I think we are in the era of parks is what we're going to do all the time. And so it is really, we've never been like big resort people. So I think it makes the most sense for us to just stay in a place where we are comfortable sleeping. We love being on the Skyliner.
I love
it. It is a place. Yeah. So I think we've stayed there before, and I think it kind of just fits the style of trip that we're doing.
Yeah, makes sense. And then beyond that, what other planning might you have done so far? Like dining or picking your parks?
I had like a loose park plan that then I was talking with Henry last night, and maybe how changing up. So I've made some dining plans, but not a ton, just in terms of it felt like there's some harder to get ones that I did, but I think the rest of them, with it being 2 of us, a little bit more flexibility in getting times for eating. And then I also think that flexibility with like quick service will fit
Mhm.
our style of trip a little bit more. So I have not made a ton of plans. And the only restaurant that Henry requested to eat at was Skipper Canteen. And so we have one reservation for that.
Okay. So having said that, then did you pick the days that you're planning to go to the parks?
Yeah, so we're gonna, it feels like, I guess it's a long trip, but it's gonna be pretty packed full, which is like we're arriving on a Saturday, we're actually flying for the very first time. I live a place where it's drivable, but I also live a place where there's a direct breeze flight there. And so we are going to fly down on a Saturday afternoon and then fly back on a Thursday morning. So we're going to do 4 park days. We have park hopper tickets on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Okay. So what parks are you planning to go to on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Yeah, right. So I think our plan is to start at a different one each morning because I plan on buying the multi-pass and kind of doing lightning lanes at each park. And so right now, I talked to Henry. I think we're going to start at Animal Kingdom on Sunday, or this is his request, although I'm willing to be flexible with this a little bit. Animal Kingdom on Monday, and then probably start at Epcot on Tuesday, maybe Magic Kingdom on Wednesday. But I plan on hopping to like Magic Kingdom. I was thinking about doing that, like starting at Animal Kingdom and hopping to Magic Kingdom on Sunday. Because it does feel like a trip starts when you see the castle.
Yes.
But you
Yes.
want to see it early.
But you said Sunday was Animal Kingdom, and then maybe you'll hop to Magic Kingdom. But then what is Monday, which is your
Okay.
second
Then
full park day?
I think starting at Epcot
Mm-hmm.
and then hopping to, if we hopping to Hollywood Studios.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that would be Tuesday. We would start at Magic Kingdom with kind of leaving open what we'll do in the afternoon. The Blue Angels are coming.
Welcome.
Welcome. And then on Wednesday, starting at Hollywood Studios, and at minimum ending the night at Magic Kingdom. Henry's request, his last ride he wants to do is Tron.
Okay, the last ride is Tron. I like Henry has some thoughts.
He does have some thoughts.
Okay, so when is your Skipper Canteen reservation?
I have 2. They're both at like 6:30. I have because we kind of move things around. So I have one on Sunday at 6:30 and then one on Wednesday at 6:30.
Okay. All right. So I want to look at the Park Picker tool and just see what it says.
Okay.
Can you see that? Well, sort of.
Sort of. Yes.
Oh, we're just going to make Heather really big. Okay, here we go. All right. That's the spreadsheet. So let's share the Park Picker tool. Okay. So I put your days in, and it suggests Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios on Sunday. Not that you have to. But let's just go in and edit it to be yours and see if any warnings pop up. Okay. The water park is free.
Yeah, we are not going to arrive in time. Our flight out of Charleston is at like 3:00.
Okay.
In the afternoon. So we'll arrive in Orlando at like 5, right at 5:08 or something like that.
Okay. Then Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios. Okay. So this is saying on Sunday, Animal Kingdom is a popular day, and it's saying Monday at Epcot is also a popular day, with Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios being average crowds or lower crowds for those days. So those are the messages that pop up. Just wanted to verify it.
Yeah.
just in case.
In case I also had some of my kind of like wild thoughts. Have y'all ever done like reversed it on Animal Kingdom and like gone? Most people go in the mornings and seem, I think now that some of the things are closed, go and are leaving about lunchtime or midday. If you have any thoughts about like what if we started at Magic Kingdom and hopped to Animal Kingdom? Would that be
Yeah, so
crazy?
it has been working.
Yeah.
Did you do that recently, Heather?
Yeah, just did it on my last trip. We did a very late start. Well, it felt like a late start at Animal Kingdom. I don't think we got there until lunchtime, and we had everything done that we wanted to very easily without any lightning lanes at all. So,
Okay.
and we got there at lunchtime, and then we spent like I don't know an hour and a half at Nomad before we even attempted a ride. So
Okay.
we didn't even start writing anything until probably 1:30 or 2, and then knocked out everything we wanted to before we left. I think the only thing we did not do was Festival of the Lion King.
Okay. Yeah, and the one thing we won't do Expedition Everest. That's a little
Mhm.
bit too big of a roller coaster for Henry. So, yeah, honestly, me. So, that's like the one thing we won't do. And so, yeah, I had sort of toyed with the thought about starting maybe at a different park and hopping to Animal Kingdom.
Mhm.
Also, weirdly, Henry would like to go to Nomad Lounge.
Mhm.
It was
Why not? It's
so why not?
calm.
It's calm. So I was thinking we could do just a few things at Magic Kingdom in the morning and hop to Animal Kingdom in the afternoon, start at Nomad,
Mhm. I highly recommend it.
You're like, that sounds like a great plan. And then make other plans. I meant to go back before I talked to y'all and kind of review the things where you talked about what rides get like drops of lightning lanes throughout the day, because I cannot remember that piece of information in my head. So like if I need lightning lanes at Magic Kingdom in the morning, could I get some of the things at Animal Kingdom?
I do. We've been building all these tools, and one of my fantasies is that someday we'll be able to do a sort of lightning lane touring tool that takes into account the drops. Because if something's going to drop a bunch of stuff on the same day, then that would be a good one to not book ahead of time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I was. I mean, I don't make my lightning lanes until like the end of May, but I was going to get that information to help. Which ones we do.
So in this case, you would be, if you start at Magic Kingdom, go to Animal Kingdom, you would be pre-booking at Magic Kingdom, and then once you tap in, you could start booking at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Is Flight of Passage a priority?
I really like it. I feel like Henry can sort of like take it or leave it. And so I did sort of think I meant to look to see like how, because the wait time seemed to be lower. So that could be just like one individual lightning lane we don't buy, or we do it at the end of the, like just hop in line for closes. Okay.
Yeah. We didn't stop walking until we got to the point where they start dividing you up by like which room you're going to go into. We just walked the queue continuously up until that point. And I want to say we were maybe 90 minutes before park close at that point.
Okay.
So yeah, we just kept our eye on it in the My Disney Experience app for wait times. And it was like down to 20 minutes or 25 minutes, and we jumped in it then.
Okay.
And that 20-25 minutes was literally the walking.
Yeah. It's a long queue. So
I know, a long queue. And it terrifies me to imagine it being filled with people, but it is sometimes.
It is sometimes. So I mean, that feels like a little bit like something I could risk. Like if we don't do it, it's okay. Like I don't think it will make or break the trip.
Yeah. Is Bluey a priority at all? Okay. Because that'll be opening right before your trip.
Yeah. So that he's a little bit on the older side for that to have come out. I don't think he has any particular connection to it. And that is
there's a lot of adults that love Bluey, so I feel like he's in the window in between.
Yeah, I guess we didn't watch it with them, and so we don't necessarily have a connection with it
Mhm.
either. So, yeah, I don't know that that will be, and it's actually weirdly something we've never done. I've never taken the train out to,
Mhm.
right, that's where it will be,
Yeah.
right? It's on the Rafiki Planet
Mhm.
Watch
Mhm.
former spot. So
Yeah, it's Nick and Judy and Bluey that should be the busiest thing. So, like, if you're arriving later in the day, that would be my biggest concern. But those
yeah.
don't seem like they're going to be priorities.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think the zoo we did the Stuff to Be a Bug show for the very first time on our last trip. So I don't know. He probably Zootopia is something he's seen, but yeah, we could just see if we could get lightning lanes for that later in the day, or just see what it looks like.
Mhm.
Yeah. I would imagine
That's-
later in the day, it would probably be just,
Thin out a little bit.
yeah,
So,
yeah, like there, it would just be the standard 10 minutes, which is the length of
right.
the show.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
that shouldn't be too bad.
Okay.
Okay, so we've talked about your first full park day, which is potentially Animal Kingdom going to Magic Kingdom or the reverse. And then your next day was Monday, June 8th, starting at Epcot and going to Hollywood Studios.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think priorities for I mean it's always going to be rides. I think for at least we're in the stage of life where rides are a priority. So I think things that we will want to do there is that we'll probably do an individual lightning lane for Guardians.
Mhm.
Do the test track. It was closed last time we were there. Was it closed last time? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
probably.
I think it was. I think it probably was. And then you know, I think since we'll be coming then the international gateway, it could be that we, if we're on the front side of that crowd, which I imagine we're both pretty early risers, will be close to it, is just starting at Remy's, which he would be much more of a, he could probably take or leave like Frozen. I really like it. So we will, you know, and he will do anything. I mean, he said to me, he's like, if you, like when I've asked him about doing things, he's like, well, if you want to do it, we'll do it. So I think, you know, he'll
Okay.
go. Yeah.
That's all right.
He's not gonna do it.
But also, if you're doing lightning lanes, then you're pretty set,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's pretty easy at Epcot and Animal Kingdom
Yeah.
if you happen to be using lightning lanes.
Yeah, so we'll probably do, you know, see if we can't do the individual lightning lane for Guardians, and then yeah, I think the other things that we'd want to do is test track soaring, because it'll be soaring. I don't think I've ever seen that soaring across America or soaring
It's
across California.
it doesn't launch. We've never seen it until May 26th.
Okay, so that's just before. There's a lot of stuff starting in that like Memorial Day, like you know, like a week, 2 weeks before our trip. So
Yes, there is. There's approximately 8 things opening in May.
I know all the things that are opening. I've read the article. Is it retained in my head right now? Not right now, but
I just posted a like a carousel thing on Instagram about it. That's why it's fresh on my mind.
there you go.
Okay, so you've mentioned Soarin' and Test Track. One thing you're going to have to navigate there is tiers, because there are tiers at Epcot. However, you can do both Test Track and Soarin' because Soarin's tier 2.
Okay.
So then it would just be a matter of picking another tier 2 to pre-book, like Spaceship Earth or Living with the Land, if you want to book that near Soarin'.
Yeah, just early, and then
Mhm.
you can start booking, and then like, depending on where we are, I will probably use Standby Skipper also, just to like not be, as the only adult, extra pair of hands, not be on my phone the whole
100
time.
100%. And what I do during our trips that are ride focused is I take our graphics and I look at, okay, what's the top priority? And I load those up as searches in Standby
Yeah.
Skipper. And that way, as soon as I tap in, it goes and grabs the thing that is
Right.
the next important. So I do think it's helpful. I was going to recommend it for you, but I'm glad you're already
Yeah.
planning on it.
Yeah, it seems like such a small investment for a big help for for
Yes.
a trip like this. So yeah, I think that we'll see if we can't grab, because the other like tier one, like if we rope drop Remy, have an individual, like I don't know why I can talk individual lightning lane for Guardians, and like book Test Track, Soaring, and Living with the Land. The only other tier one, if am I thinking about this correctly, would be Frozen.
hmm
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so we could see if we could grab that early,
Yeah.
and if not, it's probably not the end of the world.
I think your chances are decent though.
Okay. So, and I have never felt like I have figured out how to like love World Showcase. I think it's probably just because mostly as an adult have traveled with a child, which is just been less fun. So I don't think, I think sitting at like quick services or sit down meals would be more our vibe. I think like standing in, there won't be a festival happening while we're there. So we might spend some time walking around, but I don't know that that's going to be as a priority on this trip.
Does your son like scavenger hunts?
Sometimes we've done like during the festival, like I think Flower and Garden, and did the Spike the Bee one. So yeah, sometimes. So.
Or because I think that's a great way to get kids engaged in the World Showcase, but also getting like a passport that you can get signed at all the different countries if by the people from those countries can be interesting.
Yeah, so we'll kind of see what our time is like, and whether that's something that we want to prioritize.
It's such a big park, and as of right now, it seems like you only have this like partial day slated for Epcot. So you may or may not have time because it's such a big park. So let's say then that you do all this kind of touring stuff we talked about, and then you do hop to Hollywood Studios. What's your motive for wanting to hop, first of all, I guess?
I guess this might not be true. We found that at least when we use like the Genie Plus system, that it seemed to function really well with park hopping, that you could, I felt like there was value in, especially, I don't know why it feels easier to use it, or you get more value out of it, of like booking places later in the day. I don't know. I just think I'm kind of a transportation nerd, so I like to transport between places. I don't know if that's like a dumb reason to do it. And then my idea of it being Hollywood Studios is they're both on the Skyliner. So like just like a break to, sit down and take a Skyliner sounds like a nice time.
Yeah.
Or, And like it would be worth, if we decided we did want to stop back by the hotel to take a break and then just do something later in the day. We have not traditionally been people who take breaks during the day, but it's not.
Hi to the Blue Angels, speaking of transportation.
Yes. They're still out there. But we have not traditionally been people who take breaks, but I also recognize it's pretty hot. We come from a hot place, so we're relatively used to it, but I could see like if we needed to just like take a break and freshen up. So I guess that's my other thought, is that park hopping makes, in my mind, I'm not backtracking. Like if I took a break in the middle of the day, which is really not really true, but I don't know. It just feels
Okay.
more.
I mean, you can do it however you want. I was just curious.
Yeah.
You're not going to get any complaints from me about transportation. It's one of my favorite parts about Disney World is all the different transportation. So then would it be safe to assume that you would tap into Epcot and eventually start booking at Hollywood Studios?
Yes. And and at Hollywood Studios, I think we'll just probably that day just see what we could get in terms of lightning lanes. You do like a lot of the kind of like headliners, and they seem to sell out a lot quicker. So we can also just see what we enjoy doing. Some of the shows maybe that day, and focus more of the rides on the day we like book lightning lanes and start early there. But like the things we likely would not do is Tower of Terror, and even the new Muppets roller coaster. Henry has no interest in going upside down right now. So even though it will be a new thing, it was not enough of a draw.
Yeah.
For him.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that makes it easier.
Yeah.
But that whole side of the park is not for you.
Not for me. I know. I was like, will we walk all the way over there to do the villain show? And I was talking to Henry with that last night. He goes, well, villains do have the best songs. And I was like, well, this is true. So
Yeah.
the
It,
one thing we might do is walk over there to do that.
it's very cute, and I also think it's great to get out of the heat. The
Yeah.
the wait for it is not so great because it's all outside and not really covered very well, but the show itself is it's very good. It's well done.
Yeah. And I originally booked, I probably still have it. Originally booked, I've never seen Phantasmic and really want to. So I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
it's also part of the I think last time I went to go and they had canceled it the day of. And so I had originally booked a dining package, but that I just like when I was like looking at the prices, that does not make sense. My child is because he's 11,
So
he
he's an
doesn't eat
adult.
a lot, so he's an adult. He probably could eat a lot, but he's not going to eat what's on the adult menus in a lot of those places. Like I'm not anyway, it's not going to be worth it. So I think we'll just try to get there a little bit early.
They used to have so many options for watching Phantasmic, though.
Yeah.
Like there were lightning lanes or fast passes called
Yeah.
back then. They had
Dessert
more like
party.
dessert parties. They had
Yeah.
dessert packages where you could just
Mhm.
get a box of desserts on your way in. And
Yeah.
now it's just a dining package or nothing.
Yeah.
Right. And the dining, I think just with him being an adult, it doesn't make a ton of sense. Even
Yeah.
when I was looking at least the places that like I would want to go. So it just didn't make a ton of sense for us. So
And,
Okay.
and it won't save you that much time for especially just two people looking for a spot to sit. It's not going to save you that much time or anxiety
Yeah.
by having the package versus just lining up.
Okay. so I think that's part of the hopping is that we will try to do that.
Okay.
Um,
And then your third park day, you mentioned starting at Magic Kingdom and maybe hopping.
Mhm.
Yes, with kind of an open. I mean, we could, depending on how we felt about Epcot, could hop back to Epcot that day or just spend a majority of the day in Magic Kingdom.
Because you have 4 park days, I'm feeling like your first park day starting at Magic Kingdom might be the move
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
because that'll let you rope drop stuff because there's just so many attractions at Magic Kingdom
Yeah.
that like starting 2 mornings there feels like you're setting yourself up for success.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's helpful information. All right. The angels just fine again. Multiple ones going by. Okay.
No, that's all right. This is their time to shine since you said they might actually get rained out at their show.
Night, actually, yes.
Okay, so then
Yeah,
So-
I like that. So 2 mornings at Magic Kingdom. You're right.
Yeah.
And like booking lightning lanes and starting rope drop, I think would get us through a lot more.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
I think that would be easier. And then
And there's not really any rides there that we won't do. Henry loves Tron. I think Big Thunder will be back
Thunder.
open, which he's very excited about. It was not open last time we went. We've not done Tiana's before, so I guess there's like a lot of things that we would want to book.
Yeah.
Do.
Yeah. And having 2 days allows you to split it up since it does have
Yeah.
tiers. So you can be like, day 1, I'm getting this tier 1, day 2, I'm getting this tier 1.
Yeah.
Tiana's has a lot of drops, same day drops. So when you go to look at that list, you're
Okay.
gonna see that. So maybe don't book Tiana's for that reason.
Okay.
But Big Thunder is disappearing very quickly.
Yes.
So you might not even see it on your first day
right.
because they're getting so booked up.
Yeah. So best chance for that would be
Your second day.
second day. Okay.
And then your other options, if we take Tiana's out, would be Jungle Cruise, Peter Pan's Flight, Space Mountain.
Right. Oh, so the one thing we probably won't do is Space Mountain.
No space.
Yeah, neither Henry or mine's favorite. So we wrote it last time. He actually did it multiple times. He's not been a fireworks fan in the past and needed to find some places. So I think he did ride it with my husband on our last trip like a couple times in a row. But when I talked about it with him last night, he was like, I don't know that. Like that's something that he needs to do. So we'll see. So, and I love Jungle Cruise, and I know that that seems to sell out pretty. So that might be where to start.
It does.
so-
And the lines get real long and the queue is hot. So having something that minimizes that in early June is a nice perk.
Yes. So I think that we will plan to do that.
Big Thunder. I'm kind of making some notes here. So Jungle Cruise for your first Magic Kingdom day, and Big Thunder for your second.
Yeah.
Have no way of knowing if that'll still be available.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah.
and then like single pass Lightning Lane for Seven Dwarfs and Tron.
Yes, I think so. I guess we could attempt to. I feel like we've tried to like rope drop Seven Dwarfs before, and I just feel like I've never successfully done that where it's been like an under 45-minute wait.
No,
So,
I can't stand it because that's where a lot of people go. So that's why I tend to go to Peter Pan's Flight, just because it's a popular one, but it's not the most popular at rope drop.
Mhm.
Right. So that's what I was thinking, instead of like if my tier one, like if I'm not going to book Peter Pan, that's where we would start
Mhm.
on one of the mornings, and then yes, probably book the individual Lightning Lane and Tron individual Lightning Lane.
Yeah. And I mean, you have 2 days potentially, there. So you could book one day, one the other, or do both multiple times, however you want to do it.
Or, I mean, you had also mentioned doing Tron for your last night, right?
So we may hop there on our last night. So that would really put us in Magic Kingdom 3 days, which I'm not complaining about.
Yeah.
My favorite. So just hop there for towards the end of the night. I keep reminding Henry that I think the Wednesday, the night, is the extended evening hours for deluxe guests. So it won't be like, even if we stay to the end, it will still be relatively crowded there.
Yeah.
So we just plan to book a later Tron individual Lightning Lane, because it's not like, I don't think like lines will die down like they might.
No, but then you can dip in and do things that you have like a guaranteed ride on, and the lines don't matter as much.
Yeah. So.
Are you guys interested in doing the fireworks in at Magic Kingdom, or are you planning to skip those?
So in the past, Henry has really not tolerated the fireworks really well. He said he would try today. So I think that, when we were talking about it, it was another one of like, if you want to do it, I'll try it. He says, I want to try it. But I think I'm not putting a ton of, like if we're doing something else fun, or we have lines lined up, I might not make that a super, it's so crowded. It is, I both love that show and find the crowds really overwhelming. We've had some success in the past of like showing up, how everyone sits down, and when they make you stand up, just kind of like sliding in behind people and not, but I think like sitting and waiting for an extended amount of time is just like not how I necessarily want to spend my time. And having seen the show before, we've seen it from behind the castle and just heard the music. And I know you don't see I
like it from back there, though. I think that's a great alternative if you just want to see some fireworks and you want to be in the moment, in the mood. I think back behind the castle, even over by the teacups, is a good spot too.
That's where we've been on Big Thunder one time when the fireworks were going off, and that was a good time. So, I mean, that's harder to plan. So yeah, I think I almost feel like I can just watch a really good YouTube video.
Yes.
If I need.
The crowds are intense, and I mean, another option, a great option too, is at the very, very front of the park. If you want, that way you can still kind of see the projections down Main Street, because they do have them down there. But I also would not hesitate to watch them back from the teacups or back by the carousel. I think those are both fun spots. And also you can see the sprinklers on the tops of the buildings from back there. which
So,
I find entertaining.
If he's noise sensitive, it doesn't get any louder though. That is
right.
a loud area.
Uh-huh.
That is. Yeah, we have like I have like loop
Mhm.
I'm gonna carry with me like loop earplugs for both him and I actually that we use at concerts that have been helpful. So we'll see how that if it kind of
I use
a
them.
little bit. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
we will plan to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I forgot a reservation, so I was looking at my Disney experience.
Yeah, and
Oh,
on your first park day, if you end up deciding to start at Magic Kingdom and then go to Animal Kingdom, don't
Mhm.
forget that Skipper Canteen reservation.
yes, I will move things around. I forgot we will likely maybe we will on Tuesday if we start at Magic Kingdom, we might still plan to hop to. So yeah, you could take the monorail then. Hop to Epcot.
Up to Epcot.
Because I have a Space 220 lounge.
Oh yeah.
And we've never been there, and I think that he would like it at like 6:20. So like
Mhm.
we could spend the majority of the day, and even if all we do is like dinner over there, and then take the Skyliner back
Yeah,
to
those things are hard to get.
yeah. So I forgot that I did. It was like a little bit of a like, oh yeah, I've tried on our last couple trips to get that, and was never successful. So I think Henry will like the elevator.
Yes.
And then the lounge is the like I don't have to order a
Mhm.
full meal. I have a couple things about the food is that I live in a food city. So I live around lots of really, really good food. And I have found we've not gone like in June, but we've gone like the last week of May or like the week leading into Memorial Day before. And I find when I'm there when it's hot, I don't eat that much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And did you say you're in Savannah?
I'm in Charleston.
Oh, Charleston.
Yeah, South Carolina. So, which is why we typically drive because it's like a 6.5 hour, 7 hour trip. But it is a similar humid,
Yeah.
muggy place to be. So, similar
Yes.
weather.
Okay, so we've talked through a lot of your different plans. I'm not sure what is left. Do you have Memory Maker? Anything like that you want to talk about?
No, I think what's been really helpful is thinking about. I think it's been really helpful talking to you about maybe doing like 2 days of starting in Magic Kingdom and doing the afternoon in Animal Kingdom because I had been kind of tossing that around. So it's nice to know that it does seem to work. I had not booked a lot of extra things just because it is Henry and I going. This trip sort of came out. My husband travels about 3.5 weeks during the summer. He's sort of like gone home. He leads a couple trips and originally had wanted to go to Disneyland. I did a trip last year with Henry to Maine with my mom. And it's just easier than trying to do camps and all those kinds of things. But then my husband was like, I would like to go to Disneyland. And I was like, okay, well, we don't have to do it without you. Sure. So I had not booked like any special experiences. And like Memory Maker, we have sort of had mixed results with that. I think that I think it's just not been priorities to stop for pictures. I do find the ride pictures fun, but they're maybe just fun to look at even with the PhotoPass thing over that. And we'll just purchase if we want to purchase. And I mean, I think about like 5 or 6 for, the amount that it would cost. With
Yeah,
just the
and
two.
have them take a picture with your phone as well.
Yeah. So I think we'll do that.
I think if you had a heavy focus on characters, it would be different. But
Yeah.
if you don't, it's not as big of a priority.
Yeah. Characters have never been like something that we seek out. Is it okay if I talk about the other park, the other Universal? We went actually there in November, and they have more roaming characters, and
Mhm.
like it was a delight to watch Henry like interact with like Frankenstein and the bride. I mean, he had like a 10-minute conversation with them, but he's not going to stand in line. Like I feel like
Mhm.
he likes to come across them organically, less so.
Well, guess
It's
what?
not something what
You're gonna love Disneyland.
I know.
Yeah.
I think that was part of it. So that will not be as much as something that we do here. I just can't.
Mhm.
Even
It
when he
is-
was little, it was just like not something he loved to
Yeah.
do. So.
It's very intense. I don't know if you've ever considered a Disney cruise, but that's also an element of Disney cruises.
Yeah. So, I get a lot of the two people I live with would really like to do a cruise. So maybe one day. So we will do that.
Highly recommend.
Yeah. I know you do. And then, yeah, I think I think it's been really helpful to like kind of clarify, because the biggest thing, I always get nervous about touring and like fitting
Mhm.
everything in.
Well, good news. You already
Mhm.
know what you're doing. You're going during a time that is going to be likely moderate crowds, and summer people are not planners. So they
Yes.
don't know how to mobile order. They don't know about Nomad Lounge. They don't know a lot about the Lightning Lane system.
Mhm.
So that's all going to work to your advantage.
Yeah. I know I hadn't thought about the summer crowds. Schools, I mean, I know schools are not out across the country, but they will have been out for a week or so when we go. And then, yeah, I have never, like I said, I've never flown into MCO. So I that is one other reservation we have, is that I do have a Beaches and Cream reservation for like 7:45 on Saturday night when we arrive.
Yeah.
That feels like enough time if we land at 5 at MCO, and then we'll likely Uber.
Okay.
Or
Yeah. So you're Ubering from the airport to
to probably Ubering from the airport to Pop, and
Yeah.
then taking
Ubering.
the Skylane over to the
Okay. Yes. Oh yeah.
to the boardwalk. Yeah,
That
So-
seems like a great way to kick off a trip.
yeah. So
And if
That's
you have
very
any
fun.
delays, just pop in the app and cancel your reservation.
yeah, will do.
All right.
Will do.
Well, I have faith in you.
Yeah.
I good luck getting all of your Lightning Lanes. I know you still have like a month or so, but
Yeah. Well, I'll be up and early doing it, and I appreciate Elle's help in sort of like clarifying some things for
Yeah.
me.
happy to help. I think you're going to be good, and it'll be without long waits, which I think is one of
Yeah.
your biggest fears. So
That is the biggest thing. Yeah, Henry said to me, he's like, that's another reason why we don't have a lot of reservations. He's like, could we do a little bit less like rushing around? So we will try to minimize the rushing around.
exactly. I
Yeah.
think you'll be good. All
Yeah.
right. Well, thanks, Kate, and good luck
Thank
booking all your